Hello fellow smashers, this is FS Smash. I'll be going over the recent Fire Emblem Three Houses Japanese trailer overview. I'll be mostly pulling things from Serenes Forest. Again, Vincent ASM did an outstanding job on the article. Also chime in some impressions and thoughts along the way and break down the most significant parts of this video. So with that in mind, let's go. So right off the bat, we are introduced to the main premise of the game. A great war was waged between Seros and Nemesis in Poland a long time ago. After said war, three kingdoms were found: the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, the Dacian Empire, and the Leinster's Alliance. Along with that, in the center, the three borders meet, and what was made there was known as the Garrick Mock Monastery, which holds the Church of Seros, along with that housing three different houses of the in the Officers Academy: Black Eagles, Blue Lions, and Golden Deer. Nothing new is shown here but concept art and some beautiful scenery. Next few shots, we get to see some looks at the new cinematics we've seen before, but they're extended, and we get to see some more of the Fire Emblem Three Houses cast members in some animation. We also see some wider views of the map, animations, foregrounds, backgrounds, and they look much better than what they did in the first trailer. Not to mention the cinematic and dynamic camera angles during the attacks, and just general camera movement in this trailer is amazing. And I bet it'll be amazing in the game as well. Note here is that Leinard is actually a Dark Bishop in the scene, a new advanced class. Here we also get to see two new maps, and my god, they look freaking amazing. What's odd here is Byleth looks to be already in his time travel form, aka having white hair. Along with that, we also see a weird looking sword wielded by a character next to Byleth and Bernadetta. Along with that, we have a new port town, and it reminds me a lot of the Chapter 10 Fates Defend map with those purple grids. It also reminds me of a Fire Emblem Sacred Stone's port map on Ephraim's route. We also see Shamir, one of the new teachers that have been revealed. We also got lava maps back. They appeared in Fates, but this map looks much more reminiscent of the Radiant Dawn lava maps. Here we also get to see some of the new combat art showcased. The next scene is where we get to introduce them to gambits. I'm sure you know what they are, but to be brief, they are special moves based on battalions and the enemy cannot retaliate against them. The name of the gambits and the users are Lure by Dimitri, Linked Horse by Leone, Resonant White Magic Marina, Onslaught, Byleth, Blaze, Trinidad, Group Bow Attack by Ash, Fortification, Dudu, Assemble, Ingrid, and Group Ice Magic Mercedes. Again, these gambits are based off what battalion you have assigned to each character and may correlate the class itself of that character. Also, we can see here Mercedes doing an AoE attack, which is new. AoE attacks were never granted to the player. We also see here one of Gerald's mercenary, Elios, my favorite character so far in Three Houses, mostly teacher-wise, as a green unit. Hopefully he's playable in some state, but just maybe not at this point. Next, we also see a showcase of coordinated attacks, granting extra hit and avoid, as well as coordinated gambits. What's interesting here is we see a coordinated gambit scene which see the Black Eagles as red enemies. Perhaps they're doing a training mission against them. This definitely isn't war phase yet. Here we get to see the Giant Wolf come into play. We did get to see them during the Nintendo E3 Treehouse Direct, but we never saw them attack or get defeated because of how rushed that was. Here we see the Divine Pulse come into play when Casper gets bodied by a brawler. Getting kicked in the face must have been much like Squidward getting his face redone, so I can see the correlation there. Mercedes isn't definitely one to use weaponry. She seems to excel at anything that isn't physical based, and she has a hidden talent in bows, okay in gauntlets, and authority. Her magical prowess is something to note. Here we get to finally see the horse mission. This increases horse proficiency. Man, Raphael could never stop thinking about food. We also seem to be eating with Ingrid here, having a tea party with Hilda, and cooking with Anatia. Along with that, we seem to recruit Felix. Funny how we can just promise him a good sword deal and he'll just join us. Here we also go fishing, gardening for some food, presumably to sell to Anna or cook for the mess hall, take a quest from the mess hall, do choir to increase faith and relationships with Ferdinand and Dorothea, do the advice box, which seems to be Ingrid Ignatz this time, and do a lot of other things. Here we also see a mission of sorts with the Knights of Seros. Catherine looks hella pissed. Here we are in the back of the Black Eagles, and it looks to be a Fog of War chapter, and oh boy, we get Tracy up in here. Along with that, we get some green units, 3 of them to be exact, one of them being Catherine, and 2 other generic missionaries from the looks of it. Also, can I say, the player phase icon looks stunning. The next part, showcasing some of the few classes, there's Leone changing from a soldier into a cavalier, Ignatz as an archer, Hubert the dark mage, Raphael the grappler, and there seems to be Claude on a wyvern rider with a bow. Also, apparently there are over 30 classes. When changing from classes in the menu, you can see the class mastery progression and the skill level experience boost for Cavalier, You get 1+ sword, 2+ for the lance, and riding. Same for Pegasus, but swapping riding for flying. As mentioned, you can equip most weapons, but you won't gain these boosts. This is from Vincent ASM. Before we continue, I'd like to note that it's been confirmed as a 5th tier class, but it's only available during the war phase. That makes sense, I suppose. Here we get to see some of the story elements play out. Please note that this will be exploring some spoiler aspects and some theories I have, so please feel free to check the description. A timestamp will be provided to skip this part. This is not really spoiler, I would say, but definitely go skip if you do not want to get spoiled about anything. Cephas tells us that a letter wrote about a despicable plan to attack the Archbishop during the Goddess Resurrection ritual. This means a lot. Does that entail we're planning to revive Seros? It makes sense since later on we do see white-haired Byleth clash with Nemesis with the same sword. And maybe the Nightcrawlers actually revive Nemesis like what the Church of Seros is doing with reviving Seros. Along with that line from Mercedes spoke that the coffin of Seros was found empty and the only thing left there was Seros' Flamberg sword. You can see Edelgard wielded to fight Byleth, again later on. Here we see the Plague Doctor cast a fire spell against Byleth. Byleth slashes at it and seems to awaken the blade. Maybe this is a ploy by one of the Nightcrawlers. We see here the Death Knight pointing at something and Solon smirking. One key thing to note is the Nightcrawlers and the Flame Emperor are two completely different enemy factions. The Death Knight actually worked under the Flame Emperor. It's noted that Fulman again is thrown into Age of War. Perhaps it speaks of the war phase era, as we do see the different countries fighting with the different soldiers. Dimitri speaks, those who send me away will be crushed. Clearly Dimitri is out for bloodlust. The Scythia mentions something important. I am tired of the aristocrat system and crest. I want to make a theory video about the importance of crest later on this week since I think we have enough material to work with here. Cephas mentioned that special blood flows in her vein, dangerous blood. This is said when Sophus is walking down the stairs. Does this imply that Sophus goes berserk because of the church or the Nightcrawlers? Here we see Byleth sitting on the ground. He looks to be mourning the death of someone, maybe his mother or Gerald, who knows. Claude speaks something important here. Instead of taking pity on them and endangering my comrades, I'll take them out, without hesitation. This must be the conniving side of Claude that has been hinted at. Maybe Claude loses hope to reunite everyone if you do not pick his route. Again, who knows. We also get a quick look at the Crest Dragon, someone who perhaps didn't have a crest and tried to artificially gaining one and being corrupted by it. It's been theorized that this Crest Dragon is actually Sylvain's older brother. Sylvain's older brother was cast out of the family for lacking a crest. Edelgard mentions that I'm sorry teacher, but this is my path, and we see Edelgard clashing swords with white-haired Byleth. This definitely is a scene you get if you do not pick Edelgard. And finally, we get some look at the expansion pass, content that will still be added in 4 weeks. If you do buy the bundle, aka the expansion pass in Fire Emblem Three Houses, you get these cool Officers Academy clothing for Byleth. But the key thing to note is that you can't wear them unless you're a noble/commoner on the battlefield or running around the Officers Academy, which is silly in my opinion. Well, that's it for the video, guys. This one was a doozy. I'd like to thank Vincent ASM for the article and Setsune FE for translating the video. Links will be in the pinned comment. There is also a video that puts Setsune's translations in a YouTube video in the caption that'll be linked as well. Thank you guys for watching this Fire Emblem Three Houses video. Please, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, it helps a ton, and share this video on any social media like Discord, Reddit, wherever you feel like. And please check out my other Fire Emblem Three Houses video if you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you fellow Smashers in the next battle.